Let's see what happens after you reach level 160 in Endless Inferno. So this is Endless Inferno round 2. City of Eternal Punishment. Here you have a global top list. I currently have no ranking because I just got started, and you get a different game mode. The previous game mode was just Endless Inferno. You see that there are 2 players on this server already that are here in the City of Eternal Punishment. And, well, you had the original 164s, and after the 160th floor, you got some figure telling you that you are the end of the world. That was it, basically. Nothing special, just a wizard, the same type of wizard that you can see in the campaign mode when you trigger a realm. So that figure sends you here to City of Eternal Punishment. What you will need to do is quite simple. You need to set up not one formation, but 3 different formations. And this is my team 1. This is my team 2, this is my team 3 currently. I did it up front so that I don't have to wait like 5 to 8 minutes. The strategy is simple. My strongest team is team 1. I have the Divine Herald, I have the other Divine Herald, Judicator Sister, plus the Wyvern. And yes, these are all the units that I currently have. It's not much because I was focusing on 6-starring this unit. I am focusing on 6-starring this unit is already 6-starred, and then this unit will be 6-starred as well. Activate the domains, very important. And make sure to use these units as maxed out. Now, I could make a case to swap out the Naga Queen to, like, with respect to this one, because, well, it's stronger. Plus, on top of that, we will need to add some more units as backup. I don't exactly understand why the Griffin... Yeah, clash of formation, we will have to fix that. Let's see. That's better. Yeah, confirm, that's fine, because it's in another team where we have a unit, 2 units in fact, that are elsewhere. So we'll need to place those units somehow in the formation. Some new units. It is not that difficult. And once we're ready, then we can get started. As a beginner player, make sure to have your strongest team here. And you can even use your strongest units here as support as well. Simply because as a beginner, to make progress, you will need to defeat the opponent with just your first formation. You can argue that in some cases you can put your strongest team last, and then you just let your first 2 teams just weaken the absolute weakest units. That's a strategy as well. I cannot afford this strategy because I don't have enough units. And then you make progress just like previously. And you see, level 1 is easy. But you have 3 opponents, and all 3 opponents are attacked by your first team. And as soon as any units die from your first team, which is not the case yet, it will be the case later, then in the second battle, third battle, or any subsequent battles, that unit will not be available, but the rest of the units are still there. So what happens is that you need your strongest team to just win the battles. If you win a battle, like let's say level 3 here, then in level 4 you will get all the units back that died. We will see this quite soon. And it's just auto battle and quick auto battle. Same thing as previously. Once you reach, let's say, level 40, then you will start at level 40 next time if you click a button and you just select the buffs. So now we're just making progress, just like usual. But we have 3 battles every single time. That's the only issue. And we haven't seen the second team in action. Now my bad news is that as soon as you will see the second and third team in action, they will die. Because they are not strong. Simply because this is my fastest way to make progress. So I could argue, or you could argue, that we would need to put the strongest team last. But then you would have to see your first two teams die and maybe take one opponent as a casualty every single time, and it would take this recording even longer. And it would take your time longer, you know, efficiency. The reason why you need why you need to be efficient as possible is that there are many game modes in general. And it's better to do a mediocre job at all game modes than to excel at just a few and don't even attend the other ones. So that's what I usually do. For example, in Conflux plane, I'm really lagging behind, but I don't even need the currency because I have enough. So you see, so far it's still a bit too straightforward because opponents are weak. Now we're talking, now it takes more than, or about 30 seconds to win. But no one is losing energy yet. So that's the idea. If you distribute your strength among the three teams, you will make a lot less progress. That's a problem. That's why I just concentrate on my first team and that's it. Because a stronger team ensures that your units stay alive. Let's also see the damage proportions. Like who is dealing damage? I hope I can click. Let's see, stats. No. Then the third battle, maybe. Yeah, that's a bug. That's a software bug. I cannot see my stats. Only on the third battle. And you see the damage dealing abilities, the Wyvern is still at the top. Some units are kind of useless, for example this one. What would you expect from an R unit? I'm just looking for a replacement as fast as possible. Anyway, we're on floor 9. And if you weren't that fast, that efficient, maybe the reason is that your strongest team is not strong enough. And your strongest team has to make progress, not the other ones. Now, if you're a VIP, whatever, high VIP, in that case I can understand, not a problem. So, in that case, you have two strongest teams, for example. Then it's easy because, let's say that against one opponent Order works better, against another opponent Inferno works better. It can happen. It's like rock, paper, scissors. You can sharpen your scissors, but they will never defeat the rock. So battles are taking a bit longer. By the way, this is my VIP 0 account. I reactivated the VIP 0 account because you see that there are new game modes, there are new challenges, there are new other things as well. So that's the idea. We're still making progress. And once again, if you made less progress than me, maybe your strongest team is problematic, not strong enough. What is going on? The calculations are a bit too slow. That's the Judicator, by the way, new skin. Once you 6-star the Judicator, you can get this purple skin. So if you're wondering what that unit is, as an opponent, that's the Judicator, even if you're not playing this formation. Talking about this formation, so I normally do Order on this account, which is Castle Tower, plus I still have the Wyvern on this account. That will stay here as long as it deals enough damage. Now, Order is in a bad place at the moment, and Sun Crusader is gonna put it in a slightly better place because of damage dealing. We badly needed a damage dealer. And the good news is, I will explain this in other videos possibly, that on this account I don't have a Light Dragon yet. Now, if you have a Light Dragon, then you also get Falconer, because they are in pairs. They support each other. But I neither have Light Dragon nor do I have Falconer, because instead of that I will go straight for Sun Crusader as soon as I get the 56,000 something diamonds, 700 diamonds. So that's gonna be a good addition on this account, because I'm saving the Covenants that would activate those two units. I don't need a Light Dragon anymore, thanks to Sun Crusader. Judicator sister will stay in the formation. There was a debate yesterday. in the Discord what to do with order, and Judicator is still there. Simply because other damage dealers not even in tower, so we cannot replace the damage dealers properly. Okay, our units are still alive though. And by the way, as you can see, they don't even heal between attempts, it seems. Oh, healer against healer. Now this is gonna be interesting. It will take a while. Now if you time out, you lose, obviously. Then I guess you lose all your units. But this is gonna be difficult because the Dark Elemental is dealing damage. We need to get rid of the Dark Elemental on the right. Come on, don't heal, just die. Finally. And now it's gonna be a bit faster. You see quite a few units in here that are quite strong. And finally, it was a 2-minute battle. Obviously, you speed this up. And I really hope the network error got resolved. Now, we got to floor 15. What do we... Unit attack, no. Attack power nominally it's better than percentage-wise most of the time. These are horrible buffs, all of them. What would I select? A good question. None of them. So, sooner or later I will just lose. Although there are difficulty spikes, for example, number 14 was a difficulty spike. This is not a synergic opponent team, they have random Inferno and Conflux. Let's see the third battle. And you see that the health itself got... So the unit started with medium health, the marksman. Anyway, level 17. I'm not gonna get to level 60 by the way, so this team won't deal that much damage. But slowly but surely we will climb the ranks, that's the objective. And once I lose, that will happen, then we'll open the chest and we'll see what's in it. I'm so glad that I won't ever have to do the same battles again. So level 18. That was fast. Still no major problems. Good that we did enough damage. And you see there are new units because this is a newer addition to the game. So it's you have some of the commanders at least added, some champions as well. Faceless is quite frequent among the opponents. So this is relatively new. Floor 19. According to Zeldris, so you see he stopped at 20, level 21 is supposed to be harder, so I'm intrigued whether we'll survive this. And did we... No, all of our units still survived. So you won't see a situation when half of the team is dead. By the way how we usually die in here is that in the first battle we lose 2 or 3 key units and then we just cannot survive the second battle. That's how it usually happens. Did everyone survive? Yes, amazing. Now level 20. It's not... Don't expect a lot of rewards. Leaderboard, we got to level 20. Was easy. Now level 21. That was Zeldris' difficulty spike. Maybe ours as well. The first team is kind of strong. You see, it took a while. But we're good healers. And everyone survived. That's good news. Because you saw the difficulty. It seems like we survived level 21 as well. It's evident because we're like 20% stronger than Zeldris. Approximately. It's just I have some inferior units that should really have nothing, no place in my main formation. I just haven't managed to replace them. And sometimes calculations are like take a while. And it's a fast computer actually that I'm using for recording. On some of my older devices, the game even stops when Drakon casts a spell. So there are some issues at this stage. There are quite a lot of calculations, it seems, in the background. I'm intrigued why, because it's not rocket science to complete a battle. It's not a graphical calculation, it's an algorithmic calculation, which is weird to me. And you see we lost 2 units here. But now we got those 2 units back because we're on a new floor. So now we have 8 units again. So we lost 2 units in the second battle, so we started with 2 units in the third battle. This happens as well. Unfortunately, the third team of the opponent was weak enough. Now, the opponent can duplicate their own units. Come on. Takes a while. There is a chance that we'll time out here, and the timeout will mean that I will lose this one. Unless I manage to make progress here and quickly get rid of the rest of the opponents. Oh, that was luck. 2-minute 50 long battle, plus the loading screen, and everyone survived. And you see, we started with the exact same amount of energy that we ended the previous battle with. Fortunately, we got healed. Because one thing my formation can do really well is healing. And it seems like it takes us quite far. Level 24. One thing this formation can do really well is survival. And as long as we deal enough damage, you don't have to deal a lot of damage, but just enough damage, then we should be fine in terms of long-term survival, because even if we start with low energy, we get healed. So this means that we don't lose units that easily, and that's the objective. Because then your main team can just survive, even with my horrible team members. And you know what? If one of my units die, I have 1 revival every single battle as well. Let's see. Attack power, no knowledge, no attack speed is the best one in this case. I'm not impressed at all. So next time I will get better buffs most likely. But we're making progress. In fact, really good progress. And at the end of the video you'll figure out what is in that chest that we got on level 1. I'm gonna open it quite soon. Maybe this is gonna be the battle that is our doom. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Yeah. Tough one. We're not dealing enough damage. Clearly, we're not dealing enough damage. Almost died, but everyone survived, fortunately for us. It's hard to fight against healers, it seems, because no matter how much damage they deal, we somehow survive. With weapons and everything. But the marksman, you see that he almost always ends up with minimal health. So it seems like that our formation is quite successful. I didn't think I would get this far. That's the objective of this account, by the way. I concentrated all my power in the main formation. Everything. That's why I'm really unsuccessful at game modes where you need 2 or 3 teams, including Dragon League. and including Battle of the Gods. There I'm really unsuccessful. Because as a VIP 0, I had to choose what's important to me. What's important to me is the maximization of diamonds that I earn. And for that you need a main team that is strong enough. And even though some of the units are just placeholders waiting for a better unit to show up, hint Sun Crusader, it's still the second strongest team overall. And the first one is a VIP 9. And sometimes I beat that VIP 9 as well. Maybe this battle is gonna be our doom. Opponents are not dying. Whoa. This is a tough one. Let's see, how many units did we lose? 2. So we lost a defender that is problematic because we can only count on the battle angel, and we lost an attacker. That's bad. Oh, actually not bad, because that was the third battle already, so we survived without having to fight with a crippled team. So maybe we'll get to level 30. I didn't think we would. But it seems like this team is really good. Even with these horrible buffs. Good. We're opening another chest. 31. I didn't think it would take this long. Now, opponent is a damage dealer, we're losing some units, that's bad. Maybe that was it. We lost half of our team, we're not gonna recover from this. Sister is dead, everyone is dead. Okay, and now you'll see how my other two teams crash and burn. That was it. Let me open the chest. So you see that we're now in level 30. That's a respectable first try. And we go back, down, inventory, and there you see a chest, this chest. City of Eternal Punishment large chest. And we got 7,500 soul stones. Soul stones are important because it's one of the quests in the mission to go emblem, store. Check out the bottom one. I'm not spending diamond on the top ones at the moment. I have better things to do. Refresh it once. You need this one refreshment every single time for the last chest of the missions. If you don't want to purchase any energy. You either refresh the store here or you purchase energy for 50 diamonds. And I prefer refreshing the store whenever I can spend on at least one emblem. And given that I have had Tarnum a couple of times, owned 12, I will make the purchase for 8,000. Normally I buy 7,000 emblems, but from a selected one, for example, Spring of Immortality, for example, Everlasting Secret, for example, what else? There was another one, Jealousy, these ones, I have a use case. So then I'm willing to buy premium. And that was it. This is the new game mode. I hope you like it.